Hello YouTubers, I hope you are having a good day. I'm Miko. Just in case you didn't know, today I'm going to be playing one of Raven's book reviews on Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. In this video the slideshow is going to have pictures from the movie and the graphic novel Claudia's story. So I hope you enjoy the video and please leave a like if you do.
Hello everybody, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'm Raven and today I'm going to be doing a review on Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. It's book 1 of the Vampire Chronicles. So I'm going to go first through the story, and then I'll give you my thoughts about what I think of the story. So hopefully it'll be really quick and sweet. So it starts off with our character Louis, who is one of the main characters. It's pretty much he's the one who's getting interviewed by a reporter. He talks about his life, and then eventually he comes across Lestat and how Lestat turns him into a vampire and how he has to adapt to being a vampire, and he doesn't want to lose his human side by feeding on people. So eventually Lestat creates Claudia, and then that's when Louis starts actually going out for the hunt and hunting and killing people in order to feed and stuff like that. Eventually there's some unrest in the house, and Lestat creates Benji, who is a young boy who's a beautiful musician, but he feels that Claudia needs a brother, and so that's why Benji's there. Benji does eventually. Everyone starts fighting again. Lestat and Benji take one side, and Claudia and Louis take another side. So the family split in half. They actually, as many of you guys know, no spoiler really, try to kill Lestat, but he doesn't really die. He comes back. And Benji is lost in New Orleans, however you want to say it. And they go traveling the world. Eventually they come across Armand. Armand has the Theater des Vampires. Some of the vampires believe that Claudia should not exist, so actions are taken to get rid of Claudia. Louis is absolutely pissed about this. He does lie. Armand does lie a lot to Louis just because he wants Louis. Then eventually the book moves on, and Louis and Lestat are reunited for a bit, basically saying that there's no hard feelings, and the book pretty much kind of ends on that note, basically. I don't want to really give away too much of the ending. So that's the basics of the book and the flow of the book. So I'm going to give my rating now. I've read this book I don't know how many times. I've listened to it on audio, and I've actually read it. I don't know how many freaking times. I can't even count. I'm going to have to rate Interview with the Vampire as bootacular. Just because I have never gotten bored with this book. I've read pretty much all of the Vampire Chronicle books. But this, the first one, has always been my favorite. I've always loved this book. I love the character development. I love how Louis is just, he's lost. And if you want to talk about the movies, that's fine. In the movies, he's a bitch. The book, he's not. In the books, he's lost. He's trying to find knowledge and having an understanding of what he is in the existence and what is the existence of life. Claudia, she just wants to love Louis. And there's just this father-daughter dynamic. And some people have read that, that it goes beyond that point. And I don't really see that ever. So, yeah. To be perfectly honest, as far as Lestat goes, he is the villain in this book. Unfortunately, some people don't like to hear that. But he really is. He's the villain in the book. We get in depth with his family and his father and other history that goes on with him, and he's just, all in all, he's a horrible person, and he's trying to make people happy, but he just goes about it just the most wrong way you could possibly do it. So there's that. Benji, he's there for a bit of the book, and he does eventually pop back up in the Chronicles. Like I said, he's just a young, beautiful boy that is just a prophet, I guess, as a musician. He's just a genius in the way how he plays his music and stuff like that. And that's the reason why Lestat falls in love with him and makes him a vampire, to be perfectly honest. Armand is, he's Armand. There's not much you can say about Armand. He's always been jealous of Lestat. He always will be jealous of Lestat. You find out eventually later on in the other books of why, because the book doesn't really tell you why, but there is that sense of jealousy there, and he feels if he steals Louis, his beautiful creation, away from Lestat, then he has harmed Lestat in some way, and he just really feeds on that revenge of really hating Lestat. That's his focus, is hurting Lestat. So he's a really great character. I absolutely love him. I know Antonio Banderas, going back to the movie, plays him. He will never ever be Armand. Antonio Banderas will never ever be Armand. I just didn't see him there. I've watched the movie. I own the movie. I just don't see it. So, yeah. Sorry. if you disagree, you disagree. But everybody else played the characters really well in the movie. I'm not going to get into the movie because that's a different interview. But, yeah, overall, I enjoyed the book. I definitely recommend you guys, if you check any of the books out, of the Vampire Chronicles. Definitely check this one out. It's well worth it. It is so much better than the movie, but the movie is really good also. But the book is like leaps and bounds better than the actual movie. So yeah, that's my recommendation for the book. I hope you all enjoy it. I'm still kind of new to this stuff, so give it a like if you enjoy it. And I guess we'll talk to you all later. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Bye.
Thank you for watching Raven Review. Please remember to push the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you know when a new video has been posted. Also, don't forget to like or dislike the video you just watched. Then you can be an awesome person by sharing this video with all your friends on your social media networks. Have an awesome-tastic day and thanks for watching.